Have you ever met someone who wanted to learn everything but never stayed with one idea for very long? Today's story begins with a curious traveler whose mind jumped from one interesting thing to another. Every new idea seemed exciting, but would that lead to wisdom, or confusion? The traveler loved discovering new things. One moment he admired beautiful paintings, the next he listened to music, and then he became fascinated by science. Every subject seemed more exciting than the last. Inside the village library, an old librarian smiled warmly. "Knowledge is everywhere," the librarian said, "but true understanding comes from giving each lesson enough time." Eager to learn more, the traveler opened many books at the same time. He read a few pages from each one but finished none of them. Soon, facts mixed together. Mathematics blended with music, geography mixed with art, and science became difficult to remember. Learning many things without focus was becoming a challenge. A village teacher explained, "Every great tree begins as one small seed." Learning works the same way. Strong knowledge grows step by step. For the first time, the traveler slowed down. Instead of collecting endless information, he began organizing what he had already learned. Watching the river flow, the traveler realized that nature never rushed. Rivers reached the ocean one step at a time. This time, the traveler made a simple decision. Instead of chasing everything at once, he would fully understand one subject before moving to the next. His journey had only just begun, but his way of learning had already changed. Sometimes, the greatest adventure is not learning more things, it is learning one thing well. For the first time, learning felt different. By focusing on one subject, each new idea became easier to understand. Instead of rushing, the traveler enjoyed every small discovery. He discovered that writing and drawing simple notes helped him remember much more. Learning was no longer about collecting information, it was about making connections. Soon, the lessons from the book appeared in real life. Every flower, every insect, and every leaf became part of a living classroom. An experienced gardener shared an important lesson. "Knowledge becomes valuable only when you practice it," he said. The traveler listened carefully. Planting a tree was simple, but helping it grow required patience. The traveler realized that learning also needed steady care over time. Sharing knowledge made learning even stronger. As he explained simple ideas to others, he understood them more clearly himself. He stopped guessing and started thinking carefully. Every problem became easier when he solved it one step at a time. Instead of always searching for something new, he reviewed what he had already learned. Repetition turned information into lasting knowledge. Looking back, the traveler smiled. Progress did not come from speed. It came from taking one meaningful step after another. This journey had changed the way he learned forever. The road ahead offered many new subjects, but now he understood that every great achievement begins with focused attention and patient learning. This time, the traveler did not rush toward every direction. He carefully looked at each path and made one thoughtful choice. A clear decision felt much better than chasing everything at once. Mathematics was no longer frightening. By learning one idea before the next, every lesson became a building block instead of a confusing puzzle. Every solved problem gave him confidence. Instead of worrying about mistakes, he learned that each challenge was another opportunity to improve. Helping someone else understand a lesson reminded him that real learning grows stronger when it is shared with kindness and patience. He realized that mathematics was not only inside books. It helped people understand the world around them every single day. Bridges, buildings, and roads all depended on careful planning. Numbers quietly worked behind the scenes to keep people safe. Great inventors became successful because they never stopped learning. They improved one skill at a time through steady effort and careful thinking. Small daily practice created big improvements. Even a few minutes of focused learning each day made a remarkable difference over time. What once seemed impossible now felt achievable. Confidence did not appear overnight, it grew from patience, practice, and persistence. One lesson had been completed with care, and new opportunities were waiting ahead. The traveler understood that every subject deserved the same attention, patience, and steady commitment before moving on. Looking back, the traveler realized that every lesson had shaped his journey. He had explored many subjects, but true progress began only when he learned to focus on one step at a time. Instead of keeping knowledge to himself, he shared it with others. Every question, every answer, and every conversation made learning more meaningful for everyone. He was no longer distracted by trying to learn everything at once. Now he understood that mastering one subject created a strong foundation for learning the next. The traveler discovered that knowledge grows stronger when people learn together. Every skill has value, and every person has something meaningful to teach and something new to learn. His journey never truly ended because learning never ends. What changed was his mindset. Instead of chasing every new idea, he learned to grow through focus, patience, and steady practice. Learning a little about many things can spark curiosity, but true knowledge grows through focus, patience, and consistent practice. Master one lesson before moving to the next, and every step will build a stronger future.